All right. So once again, you are welcome. Today, we're going to be looking at a very, very important topic that is one of the fundamentals of trading. And we'll be talking about support and resistance. This understanding support and resistance, you've understood, let me say, 45% of what it takes to trade the Forex market. I can tell you that, take it to the bank. When you understand support and resistance, you've understood at least 45% of what it takes to trade not just the Forex market. You are talking of the stock market, that's the equity, the futures, the derivatives, any markets. You can use it even to trade gold, to trade oil and silver. Once you understand the support and resistance logic, you are on the verge of being a great trader. But many of us get to start it and we don't stay with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take you through some simple processes that will make you to understand how to do it and do it correctly. Oh, it doesn't work. I've tried it. Well, there's nothing cast in concrete as far as this market is concerned. Whether you are using the order block, whether you are using fair value gap, whether you are using, no matter what you are using the supply and demand, whatsoever you are using, there's nothing cast in concrete. If anything is cast in concrete, then everybody will just be successful anyhow as far as this business is concerned. But I tell you, 80% of the time, support and resistance will always hold. 80% of the time, support and resistance will always hold, provided you do it in the right order. So let's go straight to our chart and go and see how do we reckon with supply and demand. Now, when we talk about and I think that's something that I need to also emphasize that we should know. You know, at times they tell you the supply zone, demand zones. Now, supply zones, demand zones are different from support and resistance. Please, you need to get that. You need to have an understanding of that. The supply zone, supply and demand zones are different or is different from support and resistance. Now, just simple. What is support? Support is a place, a location. Sometimes people tend to think of it like a straight line, but it's not always a straight line like that. It's an area where the number of buyers are strong, are more than the sellers. Now, look at something. Price could be going from let's take something. You know, there's a concept as far as any business is concerned. The concept of business is buy low and sell high. Buy low and sell high. That is what business is all about. Buying low and selling high. So in the Forex market, you can sell high and then you buy low. You can sell high and buy low. You now say, but something that you've not had, how do you sell it before buying it? Now, it's just simple. Let me take the buy and sell first. If I want to buy something on the market, I've been looking for, maybe I want to buy a bag of rice. I go to this store. How much is it? They call it 50,000. I'm looking for a store that sells it for 49,000 because when I carry it and get to my own area, I can sell it for 60,000. I buy low and I sell high. Now, there's another way in this market where you can sell first before you buy. You say, how do I sell something that you don't have? No, just take, for instance, you go to the market. When you get to the market, you know, I like these guys in Alaba, Computer Village and things. They will tell you, you say you want to buy this laptop, HP, so brand of laptop. Do you have it? The man will say, yes, I have it. Okay, bring it out of your store. The man will now say, okay, don't worry, I'm coming. Let me go and bring it from our other shop. Or let me go and bring it from our parking store. He will now sit you down, buy Maltina for you. You'll be drinking Maltina. Meanwhile, you will go into the market to go and look for that. If what he first did with you was to agree a price with you, which is the selling price. He agrees the selling price. He say, okay, this thing now 50,000 or now 100,000, and you too, you agree with him. You say, okay, if it is 100,000, this is the one you want. He said, okay. You know what he has done? He has sold it to you already. Then he will go into the market to go and look for where to buy it. at a lower price. If he sees to buy it at a lower price, he now comes back to you and tells you, oh, okay, see this something, this is the price, and so on and so forth. So what has he done? He sold high. He sold high and he came to buy low. He sold high and bought low. He sold high to you and bought low, and that gave him his profit. But how do we know where this resistance and this supports are? Now let's look at support. If I take a ball, I bounce it on the ground, the ball hits the ground. Where will it go next? It will go up. It will go up. If it goes up, it will hit the ceiling. Now the ground is the support and the ceiling is the resistance. The ball, if you bounce a ball on the ground, there's no two ways. It's either it does not reach the ceiling, or it touches the ceiling, or it busts the ceiling. When it busts the ceiling, that is when we say the resistance zone is broken. So always understand, support zone, we have a support where price hits and bounces back, and we have a resistance zone, which is the top ceiling, where price hits and comes down. Market is always moving. Market is always moving from one support to another resistance. It's always moving from a support to a resistance. So how do we understand this support and resistance zone? There are tools. Today we have indicators that can help you to identify the support and the resistance zone. Now there's a difference, like I said, that there's a difference between the one you call the demand zone and the supply zone. There are two different things. So we are focusing on today. Let me restrain myself seriously. Today we are focusing on support and resistance. Support and resistance. Now, for support and resistance, you hear a lot of traders say they use support and resistance and it did not work well. The reason is this: you are using maybe one time frame. Support and resistance work best when you use it across time frames. Across time frames. Now you will agree with me that the higher time frame is stronger than the lower time frame. You know, let's come here. Let's look at something. Let's look at the screen now. I hope you can see my screen. You can see here I have 1 minute. Look at the top here that I'm having here. At the top, you have 1 minute. You can see 1 minute chart. 1 minute means each of these candles that you see, we call these things candle. Each of them is what? 1 minute. 1 minute. If we combine 5 of them together, we have what we call the 5 minutes candle. What does it mean? 5 of those 1 minute candle form one of these. Let's quickly go, because I know there are some professionals there, but because of those that are just starting, we need to break all these stuffs down. All right, I don't want to lose any of you. Now when you come to the 15 minutes, it means about 15 1 minute candles made up this particular one, or 3 5 minutes candle made up this one. Then we now have the 30 minutes candle. It takes 30 minutes for each of these candles to form, and that means two 15 minutes candles would have formed for this to form. All right, now we go ahead. Let me go ahead to the 4 hours. Let's go to the 4 hours. Now this is what 4 hours means, is that we have 1 hour 4. That means for each of these candles, it took 4 hours for each of these candles to form. And then we now have the daily candle. The daily. Look at what it means is this: that this candle took a day. Look at this, was yesterday's candle. Let me make it bigger here. Guys, even if you have been trading before, please pay attention. Don't say this is primary. Please pay attention. You're going to be getting something vital, something very, very important in this class. Now, look at this. This one here, this candle, it took, this is yesterday's candle. Let me bring this cross on top of it. This one here, this is yesterday's candle. This is day before yesterday's candle. This is today's candle. Today's candle is still forming and is about to close. Very soon, in the next 30 minutes, 1 hour, the market will close. The candle will close, and another candle will pop up tomorrow. Now, when you talk of multi-time frame, you will agree with me that a daily support is stronger than 4-hour support, and a 4-hour support is stronger than a 15-minute support. So if I want to trade, I want you to write this down. If I want to trade the 1-hour candle, if I want to trade the 1-hour candle, how will I trade the 1 hour? I'm going to be considering the higher time frames. What are the higher time frames? I want to consider the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame, and then the 1-hour time frame. Now, these time frames are for people we call the position traders. These are people that trade positions, or the day traders. When they want to trade, they are not coming in and going out immediately. No. Once they enter a trade, they can leave the trade there for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, like that. These are the daily traders. Now, we now have some people that they are not ready to stay the whole days in the market. They just want to come in and come out, get a little few pips, and get out of the market. Now, what kind of time frames are these people looking at? They are looking at the 4 hours time frame, the 1 hour time frame, and the 15 minutes time frame. Now, the 4 hours time frame is going to give them the structure. The 4 hours time frame will give them the structure. The 1 hour time frame will confirm the structure. The 15 minutes time frame will now be the trigger where they will shoot whether to buy or to sell. I take it again. The 4 hours will give you the structure. The 1 hour will confirm the structure. The 15 minutes will give you the trigger. So without wasting time, let us look at this particular pair. This is the Euro USD. So let's come to where we are. Let me take off all these lines here. Let me take off these lines here so that it's easy for you to get it. Guys, we have indicators that can show you this. But you see something, there are some times that you'll be trading with your laptop, with your phone, where you will not be able to see any indicator or something. This thing will help you a great deal. Now, another thing that I want you to also note is this: support and resistance can be horizontal, and it can be what is this one now? Like a trend line. Now, support and resistance can be like in a zone like this, like a line, and also it can be like a trend line like this. Do you understand? It is not always that it must be. Sorry, I don't know how to remove these notifications disturbing my screen so much. Just excuse me, please. So sorry. Even logging out of the WhatsApp is not going to stop this notification. Let me see. Or is there anyone here? I can remove this notification fast. But it's just disturbing and distracting me here. All right. Please let me be sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, just say I hear you. If you can hear me, just say I hear you. If you can hear me, you can just unmute and say I hear you. Let me sure that everyone can hear me, please.
I can hear you.
Just on. Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. Mr. Dabson, you're here. Okay. Let's go. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's look at how do you on a chart. Guys, if you understand this thing, once you draw it, it can last for a very long while. Let me go to my 4 hours candle. Let me delete this. I want to identify where is price likely going to, and where is it coming from, and where is it likely to go. I'm not looking at indicators now. I want to use just this. I want to identify this using this chart. So I'm going to take this. Let me squeeze up this chart. Please, I want you to get this very, very well. I'm going to squeeze this chart very well. Look at, I've squeezed it. As a matter of fact, I will turn it into what we call a line chart. Look at, if you look up here, can you see this line? We have 3 kind of line candles there. I can change it here, but I want it to be a line chart here. So I change it to what we call, the other one was a bar chart. This is what we call a line chart. Now, How do I identify on the 4 hours? On the 4 hours, please, when you get this area, you will not jump into buy or sell at the middle of the desert. You will be positioned. Guys, the market, not just like I always say, this market is designed to take money from the people that are impatient and give it to the people that are patient. If you understand this, you'll be patient and wait for this market. You won't go wrong. So how do we get these zones, this support and resistance? It's a simple thing. Let's look at something together. I want us to, let me squeeze it. You can see the charts here. Sure, you can see my chart very well. Now, you see, anywhere price goes like this, you see where it shoots out like this, there are different peaks. Remember, we're talking about higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. Now, you see, when you see a sharp mountain like this, the peak of the mountain, let's just call it the peak of the mountain. This is where price reacted and came down. You can see everywhere we have a mountain, it will come down. Anywhere you have a mountain, it will come down. Anywhere, just this, just take them like the peaks of the mountain. Look at this, the peak, it came down. Look at this peak, it came down. Now, apart from the mountain peak, we also have the valley. Now, look at the valley, the low. If it comes down here, it goes up. Anytime you see this V shape, anytime you see this V shape, it will always go up. Now, are all these supports and resistance zone? No. Let's look at how do we identify. Now, look at what I'm going to look at. I want to mark some zones. I'm on my 4 hours chart now. I want to mark some zones on my chart. If price doesn't get to these areas, I will not want to take action, whether you are trading anything, whether gold or whatsoever. Now, let's do this, guys. I want us to do it together. I want you to look at this. See this. This mountain here. Is there, if I look at where is this price now? Look at this. Let's take from the, okay, let me start from this, the highest one here. This high one is there any valley to the left of this mountain? Let's look to the left. Is there any valley to its left? No valley. No valley. At least that is very close. Just watch what I'm saying. I said the mountain and the valley. I want to see, my objective is to see where a mountain and a valley will be very close or try to intersect themselves. So let me take this one here. This is one place. This is a resistance. Do you understand? This is a resistance. But note, not all resistance are strong resistance. Do you get? As I said, whenever you see the mountain, it is resistance. Whenever you see this, the valley is a support. But are they all strong resistance and support zones? No. What we want to do now is to look at one that is strong, one that can stand the test of time. All right. So let's look at this aspect here. Okay. This one, as I showed you, there's a resistance there, but there's no evidence that this is a very strong one. Let's look at this one again. This one here. With the ones that we will not be needing, I will delete them off later. All right. And I will show you why. I will show you why I'm deleting them. Now, you can see this one also. This is a peak. This is a peak. I put a line on it. Wow. Let's go again. Let's look for another peak that is very close. The next one here, let's look at this. Look at this, is another peak here. Just this is where I want you to pay attention seriously. Let's look at this. This area. Can you see this peak? You can see this peak, all right? Boom, boom. It even hits it twice. All right. Let's look for another peak. Let's go down here. This is the next peak here. Okay. Aha. All right. Now, I have picked the nearest resistance to where the current price is. This is where price is now. So what I did was to pick the nearest resistance. And how did I know the resistance? I got the resistance by looking at the peaks. Now, the next thing I want to look at is the supports. Which ones are the supports? I'm going to change the color of the support. Remember, the supports are supposed to be what? The values. So let's change the color of the support. Let's change this color. Will green be fine? Can we change it to yes, green? Should be okay. Yeah, I think you can see it. Once you can see it, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to change these white ones to red so that we know that the red are the resistance and the green are the support. All right, well, let's just leave this first like this. Now look at this. I brought this here, this line here. I'm going to do something. Just let's look at it. Look at where this thing is. I'm trying to make it, look at this place. I make it at the peak here, this one here. All right, okay. And you will see something here, guys. Do you notice when price touched this, it has touched it here also before. It has touched it here before. Price has touched it and returned here. Look at it touching that area. Look at it touching it severally in the past. Any point where price has hit and reacted is that support or resistance zone. So presently, Euro USD is in a very strong support area. All right, it's in a very strong support area. Now let's look at something here. I want us to look at something. If price is here, I want to see where there's a kind of intersection between price. Look at this price here. Look at this, guys. Just please, I won't confuse you. I will take it easy. Look at this. See this white line that I'm picking. If I place it on top of this, look at it. I've placed it on top of this low resistance here. Look at from there. Can you see there was a time that price came up and touched it? This one is coming from down and touching it. This one is coming from up and touching it. Even though price broke through it, but it means it's a place that price also respects. Look at in some other place, it has touched it, it has reacted in this place. Now let's further look at again. Where do we have mountain and valley that are like intersecting? Let's look at, I'm trying to figure out one. Let's look at where mountain and valley intersect. Wow, this is a very good one. Just look at, we have a valley here. Can you see a valley here? There's a valley here, and there is what? A mountain here. So when I drop the line, you can see the line touching the valley, touching the line here, and the mountain touching the line here. And several mountains have touched this line here. This is a very strong area. This is a very strong area. You see, for that area to be broken, there was a massive force that broke that area. Okay, let's still go on. Let's still identify. All these are our 4 R's. Now, so that we don't just have so much lines drawn on the chart, and we want to deal with the lines that have the intersection. Do you understand? So that we don't have so many lines on our chart, let's deal with the ones that have intersections, just like this one and this one, the mountain and the peak. What I did first was to show you how to identify the support and resistance. But now I want to be more concerned about the strong zones, the strong area. Do you get it? And the strong areas are the places where support, resistance, and support meet together. This is one critical example. Let's look at this also. If you look at this, price is touching this line here. Price is touching this line here. Is there any resistance that makes this one very strong? Oh, we have one around here. That is why you see this price reacting in this area. Look at, you see price reacting here, even though it's not so strong. So that's why I'm not really taking, you see the value, it came here, is a very good support area. It's a very good support. Now, when support area is broken and goes down, That means we call it and goes to a resistance. It becomes a resistance area. That's what we refer to as turncoats. So but let's look at, because I want to take a decision in this market and know what I want to do. All right. Now, the next thing is, this is the place that I've been able to identify. And remember, this is 4 hour. This is a 4-hour chart. Now, let's go to the 1 hour. If I extend this, I can see many months, but I just want to be close. I want to take it. I'm not here to do history class. I want to just take decisions on what I want to do. So this is my area of concern. This line of support, I will do it on another chart so that you see. If I'm to look for another support here, you can see another line of support here. You can see another line of support here. You get it? See another line of support here where price touched and went. If price ever breaks, because this line can be broken, once this line is broken, the next destination of price is this place. Are you seeing the reason why I say you should pay attention? If you are a trader here now, looking at price, what price is doing here, you should not take any decision now. In fact, it is very dangerous for you to take any decision whether to buy or to sell. Oh, it's forming double bottom, it's forming this. Any level can be destroyed. So you need to be patient. Now, what do? I want to drop down to 1 hour. What I'm doing is multi-time frame analysis. Are you getting? Multi-time. Look at on 1 hour. Do you see something, guys? See the line we drew in 4 hours. Can you see the line here again? Can you see the line? Now, in 4 hours, in 1 hour, this 1 hour chart, do you see something here, guys? See the mountain and the valley here. That means this is a very critical area, zone. Are you getting? I'm going to get rid of this one. Let me get rid. Anyone that is not having very strong reaction, I'm going to get rid of them. All right. So this one area, this one, why am I leaving this? This is a strong resistance and it formed a strong support. So this area, it's like where we have tug of war. You understand? All right. So let's go. Let's see another zone in this area under the 1 hour. Let's see, is this one a good one? Yes. Look at this. Look at this one here, guys. This is another strong area. Why is it strong? Look at price hit it at the top here. Price got, even though price broke it here, when it got to this place, it respected that zone. All right. See, when it got to this place, it respected that zone. It came around here. This is, it's not just a straight line. It's a zone. It's a zone. Let's look at this. Don't worry. By the time you watch it again, you will get it clear. But at least try to get this first catch. Do you understand? Let's try to get this first catch first. All right. So look at price here again. Look at price here. So this area, if you are trading this pair, you can draw this line and leave it. It will be on your chart forever. So you know at any time that this is a strong zone. When price is approaching this place, I must be careful. Look at it. When we get to this place, this next line, let's look at this next line. This one here. Sorry, I'm just trying to manage the space, right? Don't worry, we will take our time. Guys, when you understand all these things, trading, when you are using the EA or you are using the price hunter, it will be easy for you to understand what is happening in those areas. Now look at this. Look at this. Let's look at this line here. You can see price came up here and came down here. So I know that this is a strong area. This is a strong area. Let's look at it on the 4 hours. Look at it on the 4 hours. See it on the 4 hours. This is this line on the 4 hours. This is just note it. Look at this white line. Look at this green line. I now drop it. Sorry. Why? Why is it taking time? Okay, this is it on the 1 hour. You can see it. When we look at it on the 4 hours, see how it's showing on the 4 hours. See how it's showing on the 4 hours. See, this one came like as if it wants to write M. Pam, 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 pam. That's this line. But when I come to the 1 hour, see, it touched this line. This price came down here. This place has been a support before. Please note, it has been a support before. Now, price came, broke that line, and then went back to retest it. Support has now become a resistance. Support line has now become a resistance. There's likely tendency that price may come again to touch it again, and if it rejects it, that means it's saying we have more powerful sellers than buyers in this place, and it will still push it down. So you take note of this. From all indication now, I am seeing something. What is the thing that I'm seeing here now, guys? I've seen something that on my 4 hours, I'm trying to take a decision. On my 4 hours, I saw a resistance here. And remember, let me change it to a candle now. Let me change it to candles. Please, I'm just trying my best to bring it to see how to simplify it as much as possible, right? Okay. Now, see that line, the line chart that we drew. Look at it. On the 4 hours, if I go to 4 hours, you know, most of the time, people will tell you, buy at support, sell at resistance. And this line was a support line before, but price broke it and came back to it and is now acting as a resistance. Do I buy in this area or do I sell? The only thing that I have to look for in this area is a sell opportunity. What I'm to look for in this area is a sell opportunity. Please, I strongly apologize for these pop-ups that are coming. Before the next class, I will find out a way to get it off this. I really apologize, please. If I say I should start checking it, it's going to take, I might delay some things. So what I'm looking forward to, why did I say sell opportunity now, guys? Because I have seen that price has hit a resistance zone. Look, I'm doing top bottom analysis. Look at from my 4 hours, I saw price coming down. How do I know price is coming down? When you have lower high and lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So you know that price is downwards. Oh, but price is coming down. It will soon start going up. Are you the one that said it will start going up? You have to have enough reason. But everything that this thing is showing me is that price still wants to go down, because I've been able to identify a resistance zone here. And under 1 hour, look at when I come to the 1 hour, I can see that price hits this zone and came down again. It is this zone. Now, when we get to the point, there's a this thing that we're going to be talking about when we talk about the change of character, the break of structure. We've talked about break of structure before, and here we'll be looking at something. We can apply that here, but let's focus on the lines, this resistance line. So what am I looking out for now? Where will I enter this market to sell? Because the law is, or the rule is, sell at resistance and buy at support. With no doubt, I should be looking for an area to sell. Now, to sell now, I can't sit on 1 hour and say I want to take my sell. What do I want to do? I want to drop down to 15 minutes. Now, look at, are we seeing something here, guys? This is a 15 minutes chart. I've been able to establish from 4 hours. Look at that. This is a 4 hours line. This is a 4 hours line that we trade. You can still see that price is playing under that line. Price is playing under that line. Now, I want to enter. How do I enter this market? How do I enter this market? I want to just use lines throughout this market. I want to use lines. So, what kind of line, what kind of support and resistance line will I use to enter into this trade? Guys, let's look at something. Price came here, came down, and then it came up again, breaking these levels. Oh, is it that price is reversing? Can I conclude that price is reversing? No, I can't conclude on that yet because I didn't see it on the 4 hours. If it's on the 4 hours, I can say yes, price is reversing. But this is 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes. So what I will do, guys, in this 15 minutes, I can identify higher. This is high and this is a low. This is high and this is a low. So I have lower lows. Oh, there was a reaction in the market here. What did they come to do? There's something we'll be talking about later, which we call the fair value gap. Oh, it came to fill a gap here and then came down and things. When they came down, what did they do? Why do I know that this market is still going down? This is the last low that was created before this high. Assuming they didn't break this, like when they came down here, they made, please watch. I want you to get this. When they made this low here, this low, this one here, when they made this low, you know, price came down and made this low and made a candle, boom, went high. I would have said they are trying to change the character. Maybe price wants to start going down. Let me see. It now came down. Look at, they did not break the last low. And I say, oh, since they did not break the last low, maybe market wants to start going up. There are a lot of things that goes into trading, and the better once you understand it, even EA trading becomes easy for you. Now, because they did not break this low, you might be tempted to say they want to start going up, but you must be ready to see the last bearish candle that from the last low. You want to see it taken out. Assuming they took out this high, oh fine, I will say they are ready for an upward movement. But what did they do next? Boom, they came down. And what did they do? They broke this low. When they broke this low, I know for sure they want to continue the downward movement. And what did they do? They created another low. So what they want to do is, what the market wants to do now is to do what? To create a lower high. See, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower. They want to make another high. Once they make the high, they will now bring it down again and form a lower low. I hope you are getting this. So you must be able to read price action. Whether you have indicators or you don't have indicators, try to read what is price trying to do. So one of the other things, I'm not using this line. Let me take away this line. Let me take away this one. So I want to take a decision to enter this trade. What do? I can come here and draw a trend line, which is another resistance line. Let's look at this. If I take this line and come like this, can you see something here, guys? Can you see? It's as if they planned the line. Can you see? Price came here, came down. Why did I not use this? I could have used it anyway if I see a straight line. What I see here is that they just came, they reacted to take out something, and then they came down. You see, they came up aggressively. So this one, it broke this trend line, came down. Their intention is not because they want to go up. They just want to clear some stops here. They clear some others. That's why they went up and then came down. And do you notice something? When they came down, see, price came here and touched this line. Price came here and touched this line. Price came here and touched this line. So what is this line now? This is a slanting resistance line. This is a slanting resistance line. Do you know what price will do? Price will still hit this line here and come down. Or they will hit it forcefully, break it up, and still come down. If I am trading this market, do you know what I will do? I will set my sell limit. I will put one sell. I will take one sell because the 15 minutes is my area of interest. This is this area. This area, let me make that line red. Okay. Now you see this red line. Can you see something, guys? This is the place I want to sell this market. I want to sell at this point here, guys. I want to sell at this point. Why do I want to sell at this point? Because, wow, let me have somebody tell me, please. Let me be sure you are following me. Can somebody, if you have been following and you understand what we've been talking about, can you just explain to me why I am saying that I want to sell at this area? Please, whatsoever you say is fine. You don't need to be accurate. We are all learning here, guys. Just unmute your mic and tell me why you think I'm saying I want to sell here. Why? Somebody, please. Anyone. Anything you say is correct. Please, quickly. Anyone, please. Don't mind. Just say whatsoever. This way you understand it. You might not just say the red line, the blue line, or whatever. Quickly, let's have you, please. Let me have you, please. Because of time, I want to wrap it up here.
I just joined, but let me try. It's Babs.
Okay. All right, sir. Okay, yeah. Mr. Babs, you can try. Go ahead.
I think it's because from history, on that line, it has there was a, how will I put it now? The market went down at that point at 2 occasions in the recent history. I don't know.
That's this point. This point.
You said where that's that point where your arrow is now. That's where you said you want to sell, right?
Yes.
If you go back, if you go to your left, down the other arrow. That's no, not there. Down a bit. The next candle down. Down. Put down.
Down. Okay.
I think from that place you said you want to sell it. If you go left straight.
Okay.
Through the line. Through your line.
All right. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those points, that's when the market went down there. And if you go further down, the market went down that point too. I don't know. Just thinking.
Okay.
That's it.
All fine. Beautiful. You are right. But now the reason. Okay. Mr. Dapo, can you just unmute yourself, sir?
Okay. Thank you. I actually want to hear other house. That point you want to say is a very strong resistance, and the reason is that it has served as a resistance and a support when you look at the past, meaning that there is a lot of price reaction in that line. If you look towards your left, just like you said, we have some mountains there as well as some valley, so it's a very strong resistance area. That's why I think we should sell, yes, at that area.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Now, you are both right. I just changed it because you use that mountain and valley, all right? So let's look at this. If you look at, see to my extreme left here, there's a mountain and there's a valley here, all right? Okay? This is this, all right? And here, you can see the way it's reacted. This zone here, price has reacted severally. And this one, look at, the reason why I said I was looking out to sell here was that, remember we were coming from 4 hours. We look at it in 1 hour. And then in 15 minutes, I have taken the structure from the 4 hours, knowing that this market is selling. So I want to look for, where do I enter now? Where do I enter? Because that's a major problem of traders. How do I now enter the market? Do you understand? Now, let me change it back to this candle. I did something here. I took a trend line. And I marked it from the top here down like this. And somehow, just not magic, but that is how the market goes. The line came down, and you can see that there's a resistance here. I'm talking of this yellow trend line. You see, price came, they busted it here and came down, but they respected that trend line again. It came down again to this place, they hit this trend line again. Now, assuming, this thing, guys, is because the market is happening now. If I was in this market like in the afternoon, this is where, all this candle would not have formed. All these ones would not have formed in the maybe 3, or let me say about this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe at this place. If I see candle here, okay, beautiful, I want to show you this. A lot of persons, when they come, oh, this market is selling. This market is selling. Do you know what some people will do? Maybe if they had come into this place earlier, maybe at about 8 o'clock, see, this thing is coming down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Look at it, has formed this high now. It's coming down, and they will look at this one here, and they want to sell this market down from here. If you enter sell here, the moment you enter, boom, the thing will just fire this line. You say, oh my God, why is it that is when I just entered, they are just watching me? It's the moment I entered that they came down. Look at what they came to do. They have set up a resistance line here, and price will always come for that line. It will come for that resistance line. So I will have drawn this line like this in the afternoon, and maybe put anywhere that anytime the price comes to touch this line, this is where I would have sold. And agree with me, guys, if I had done this, price entered into here, and it will have picked me up here, because I will have set a sell limit. Price will have picked me up here, and boom, on the way down. Now you will be in a profit level. Price will be coming down. Now, guys, you will now look at, where do I put my stop loss in this kind of situation if I'm going to be trading the stop loss strategy? Where do I put it? Look at the next high here. Look at this next high. This next high. Now look at this. I'm going to use, let me take a line here and put here. This is where I will want to put my stop loss, just a little bit above, because you see this line, this one that is here. These market makers, they know that, oh, some smart guys will have entered here. They want to do what? They know that there are liquidity. They know that most people, once they enter here, what do? They will say, let me put my stop loss here. What they will do is this: you will just see that they will fire one candle, it will come up, boom, clear your stop loss, and then come down. If you can monitor this chart, just monitor this chart and see what will happen. Do you understand? It's either it comes down straight from here. If I'm in this market, if I entered this trade now, look at, okay, it seems they are serious about going down from here. They are serious about going down from here. Where will I put my take profit? Where will my take profit be? Look at this long bullish candle. Look at this long bullish candle. There's what we call the supply zone and the demand zone. I wanted to explain that, but I will leave that. Now, I will want to get out of this market at about this area where they would have cleared this we call it the fair value gap. All right. So I will put a TP around this area. But let's see how this will still play. It's going to come. It has respected this. We expect it to further come down if the trend wants to continue its downward journey. And from everything we saw in the 4 hours, on the 4 hours chart, we have cause to believe. We don't have any reason yet to say, yes, they are ready to go up. Fine. Somebody might say, oh, they formed double bottom. They formed double bottom. Oh, they will go up from here. Come, watch it do what it will do. Don't preempt it. All right. Don't preempt it. Look at this 30 minutes. It came here, touched here, came here. Look at, if I can draw another line here. Guys, all these things I'm saying, these are things that you can just practice with your own on your own laptop. Look at, see, I'm just doing something here so that you just see how this market just plays. Look at what I've just done here. I kind of look at this. See, can you see something here? Can you see something here? I just drew lines. I'm just drawing the lines in front of you here. And can you see a channel? Is this not a channel? Is this not a channel? In the course of time, I will show you there's one strategy we call the pitchfork strategy. The pitchfork. Pitchfork is another wonderful tool. But let's just keep it simple first. Look at this. Can you see that there's a channel here? See, price was dancing here. This the other 30 minutes. Price was ranging here. Check it. Then, boom, it broke that ranging and came down. Look at, and when it came down here, it came to touch this top of this zone here. Oh my God. So, I think this is better, right? See, it was ranging here, ranging. Then it came, touch this top here. Wow, then it came down to this down here, this zone, and they brought it up again. It came down, touch this line, boom, it came, touch this zone again, and down, it's up again. They are touching this zone. You can just simply make more money out of these zones. Just trade, we call it trading in the zone. Trading in the zone. So if you enter a sell here, I can tell you, if you put a sell here, take a small, I want you to do it on your demo account, on your, what do we call it, on your sent account. I don't know, my own account, I don't know why it's not, I will have taken that trade so that we just take it together here and see us make, how many pips can we look at in this session? How many pips if we entered from here? Wow. If we trade it to this place, we are talking about 26 pips. That's about $2.06. Or if we are looking at it, we play to the next, to that zone again, we'll be looking close to 50 pips or thereabout. So this is a good thing to look at, guys. It's a good thing. You see that I just formed a channel here. Guys, these are the ways when you sit down, you communicate with your charts. Don't just enter buy or enter sell. Don't enter buy and sell anyhow. Look at, why am I buying and why am I selling? And what did we do? I used multi-time frame. I started checking from the 4 hours. I checked down to 1 hour, and I am now pulling the trigger at 15 minutes. Guys, I think we've been able to cover some things today. We will still, all these things, we are just laying foundations. We are going to be taking trades where we all take trades together. We leave it, come back the next day, whether it's hit our take profit or it's hit our stop loss. We will do it together here, guys. We'll be doing it together. Just make sure that you show up in the next class. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is about all we're going to take in this class. Is there any question? Do you have any question before we wrap it up today? Any question? Wow, I sincerely hope I did not lose you. If you got something, just type I got it in the chat box. Type I got it. Don't be in a hurry. You might not get it straight now. Do you understand? What I will implore you to do, I will try, because I will try to upload this video, the Monday's own. I think the last one I've uploaded, this one now. It takes time to do all this uploading, you understand? Because one, you need to clean it up before all this, can you hear me? We don't want to be saying it in a recorded session. So I always like to clean it up a little before uploading. If you watch it again, guys, let me tell you this. This industry, this Forex market will pay, is a skill set that once you learn it, it will pay you for the rest of your life. Some of us are very old now. We can't start going to learn tailoring, or what is it that you want to go and learn now. And I tell you guys, it is not worth it now to carry your hard-earned money and go and give somebody to do business for you if you've not started business. If you are about to retire, you are getting to your retirement area, please take the time. If you are 40 and above, I beg you, take the time. Don't be in a hurry, I must know it now. No! Take some time. 1 year, 2 years, just keep on learning it. You have a business that is making you money. Yes. So don't be in a hurry with this. Don't be in a hurry. One of the things that has affected many of us in trading is because we were in a hurry to make money. So we don't sit down with a strategy. We jump from this strategy to another. You know, I shared the story with us. My son, in his school, is, you know, like a senior student trying to advise them. And the guy was telling them that he makes equivalent of his school fees every week. Equivalent of his school fees, part of his school fees every week. What he's saying that he makes about $1,000 every week. Every week. And when he told me, I was saying, a student, how did he do it? And now, you know, father told me, said, oh, the guy, he said when he was in GS3, that was when he started trading. His father exposed him to trading. What was he trading? He was trading demo. And because he does not have any responsibility, there's no school fees to pay, there's nothing, so he could take his time to learn. So he practiced with demo for almost 6 years. 6 years. 6 years enough for anybody to graduate. 6 years for anybody to learn a trade. And after that 6 years, now he now funded his account when he was in is it in 200 or is it 300 level? I think he said the guy is in 400 level now. He funded his account when he was in 200 level, I think. So GS3, GS3, SS1, SS2, SS3, then he going to the university, I think 5-6 years. Now you imagine, but you, and you know I was trading with demo, he's able to learn the strategy. But you and I, when you are still trying to learn a strategy, they tell you that junior school fees is due. They tell you that you need to buy something in the house. And then your next thinking is, oh, this strategy is not making me money fast. Let me look for another one. And you are so much in a hurry. You can't wait for the price of the market to get to that place before you take the trigger, because you are under pressure. So what I want to implore you, take the time, watch the videos, and as you watch them, as you get them, you will have better skill that will last you for the rest of your life. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you for those of us that joined this call. Okay, somebody's raising up the hand. Okay, black hat.
Yes, I have a question about this support and resistance. So
Okay.
it's about the Forex, yes? Can someone use support and resistance to trade indices?
Indices, yes.
Yeah. And it's not in
Yes.
the line work, but I have to ask, because I've been noticing that even though there is a support here or a resistance here, half the time, even if you've drawn a trend line or you've used the feed to measure it, it will somehow find a way to break past it. And then still, it will eventually correct, sure, but yeah, so that's why I want to ask if indices markets respect support and resistances, or if they do not.
Okay, let's quickly, let me stop. Let's go to, let me see, this FTSE 100, S&P. Okay, let me share the screen again with you. Let me share my screen, because this is why we are here, so that we have our take homes, guys. Let me share this screen. Where is it again? Okay, entire screen. Guys, this is an important question. You might need to trade that indices anytime. Okay, I believe you can see my screen now. Let's look at US 30. Let's look at US 30. All right, is it not the indices you are talking about, or are you talking of derivatives?
Yeah, it's derivatives, boom and crash indices.
Okay, boom and crash. Okay, all right. I thought you were talking of the indices, the S&P 500, the US 30. Now, for boom and crash, guys, it works perfectly well. Boom and crash respects support and resistance fully well. Let me see. I don't know whether I have my derive something here. So it respects it, but you will start. Don't start on the small time frame. Do you understand? You will look at it from the higher time frame. That's where you start your analysis from. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's look at let's look at, this is my boom this. Let's look at these are step index volatility, because I always prefer step index than so here, let me take off these lines and then squeeze up these. Boom. Can you see this? Okay, so if I put it on a line chart, can you see lines? So when you are mapping it, you map it on the higher time frame, just like I said. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to take it from where the market is. I'm not too concerned about this side. I want to use them for confirmation. But this side is where this is my point of interest. Are you getting? So if I put this support here and this line here, and then I want to bring another line, I see this place here. Is there anything here? Okay, if I look at this place, the valley is touching these lines there, the mountain is touching this line here, even though there were several breaks around this line. All right, but let's still go ahead. Let's pick up this. Okay, now look at this one, this line. You see this place? Can you see that the market respected this point here? The market respected this, even though it crashed it. You see, if this market is going up now, guys, let me tell you something. If this price is going up, do you know the first bus stop is going to have will be around there? It will react. If you buy this step index now, it will buy to this point before it reacts downwards again. So just draw your lines on the higher time frame, then you use the lower time frames. Always try to see where the mountain and the valley intersect. Those are strong areas. Do you understand? Those are strong areas where the mountain and the valley intersect. This one now, as it's going, if I look at it on the 15 minutes now, let me put it on the 15 minutes. You see, boom, 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 boom. It has broken this. The next point of call of this trade, just go try to. This is step index. Just take this one, observe this one. The price will get to this 7837. Do you understand? It will drive. If it's going to come down, then let me do something here. I want to further. Please just follow, even if you are not trading this particular thing. What I want you to see is the way I'm drawing the lines and how these lines are correlating. If I draw a line here, watch this, watch these guys, watch these guys, watch these guys. See, I drew this line here. If all I care, there's no perfect line anywhere, but just let me put it somewhere here. This thing could come up here, price could come up here and touch this place. When it touches here, it might spike up to this place and then come down. and come down. So you can read the market based on what price is doing. You can read it. Do you understand? But it requires patience. Don't be in a hurry. Trend lines alone, trend lines, support and resistance can help you make a great deal in this market. But just like I said, it requires patience. So are you okay, sir?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you much for that.
Awesome. All right. So on Monday we'll be meeting again. But what I want you to do, take your chart, please, practice this thing yourself. If anybody teaches this thing to you, till thy kingdom come, if you don't sit on your chart and draw sometimes I will just sit down on my chart and I'll be drawing lines, not because I want to trade. Why am I drawing lines? I will just draw it. I'm building my confidence that, okay, just like this one that I've shown you, Frank. What I will do is this: if I draw this line, I want to see whether price will get there. I want to see what price will do when it gets there. Do you know why? Once I draw those lines and price is reacting, it is building my confidence level. Do you understand? If you build, once you just go on, now you get the charts, you don't pay for that. Just draw your lines, see how you connect it, and watch price react. So the prices I want to see, what I want to see next week, I will draw my trend lines, my support and resistance this week, and I will see, look at how price is going to touch them next week. It will give me confidence when I want to enter the market. All right, so I think at this point we can call it a day. I want to say a big thank you to every one of us who is on the call. I'll be looking forward to seeing you on Monday, where we still talk on psychology of trading and money management, because I always want to use Mondays to talk about that money management. Very, very critical. I found that once you understand money management, you can never, this thing trend line can break, support and resistance zone can be broken. But money, if I say I don't want to lose more than $2 in this market, nothing, let everyone fall. I can't lose more than $2 in this market. It cannot happen. I will only lose what I have targeted, my risk. So if I say my risk is 1%, it can't go beyond that 1%. Like, why and how? That is what we talk about in the money management class. So if you are not in the Forex and derivative group, that's where I always drop all the videos. Please ensure, I know you are, because I posted this thing to different groups that we have, but most of the videos I'm always posting it in the Forex and derivative group. So if you are not in that group, just send me a message so that I send you a link so that you get into that group. Once again, thank you very much. Hope to see you next week by the special grace of God. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm